Hello, everyone. I'm about 4 hours late here. I am back in the woods in Northern Ontario. So we attempted to film live today in downtown Thunder Bay, and the internet, unfortunately, did not want to cooperate. Not only did it just drop, it actually kept cutting me right out of the internet connection. So it was making it a little bit impossible to continue my reading. So I'm actually going to start it from the top for those who'd like to follow the storyline. And we are going to go from there. And again, each week the videos are reposted up on my YouTube channel under Tamaron's Place. So please, if you've not done so yet, go to my YouTube channel, subscribe, and if you'd like, hit that notification button. So each week when I'm uploading videos and other free educational videos, you are going to be able to see them all the time. So here we go. Let's get back into the reading. Earlier, I was talking about the power of understanding on a deeper level what's happening for a lot of people, especially if you're like an empath or a healer or someone who's just really not sure of all these emotions that you may have been feeling for the past couple of weeks while we've been in Mercury Retrograde. So we are actually in the last week of it. The final day is going to be on Sunday. And also at that time, we are stepping into the new moon. So this makes it really intense for some people who are super sensitive. So I'm just going to quickly review what they actually mean because, you know, people have been experiencing some of these emotions about feeling not enough and not thinking that they can follow through, not trusting their intuition, and it's affecting their confidence in aspects of their life, especially in their business if you guys are entrepreneurs, because this is spring energy right now. So again, just to remind you guys, Mercury retrograde is when it feels like we are taking one step forward and then all of a sudden it feels like we're taking 10 steps back. Kind of like what happened to me today when we were trying to film live at a small business. All right. So I will, hopefully I'll remember to share what actually happened because I went in with an intention, and actually what manifested today was something that I had written and thought I was going to be working and doing in the fall. And the request was to do it next month in May. So it's amazing, you know, things are just happening quicker than I actually intended. So just to remember, it's not negative when you put an intention out there that you want to manifest thing or you want to create something in your business and it doesn't work out. What that means is, and if you're feeling some of these old emotions of something that maybe you've been carrying for a long time, what it's actually doing is it's just showing you what no longer needs to be in your psyche anymore, what no longer needs to be in your emotional body. So basically, it's just rising to the surface to say, are you ready? Because you're done. So it feels real. And even for me last week, there were days when even some nights, and even for me waking up in the middle of the night, just like gasping with anxiety. And it was like, why am I feeling anxiety? Because I know I have confidence. I know where I'm going and I know what I want to do. So it was a reminder for me to say it's releasing. And I was in the middle of an intense 10-day detox as well. So it was literally just fleeting out. So this is actually what's actually occurring for a lot of people. So do not get discouraged if this is what you're feeling, okay? So before I keep going, I see some people jumping on. And it says here, Rachel Alexander, your accent is awesome. Thank you so much. I'm Canadian. I'm literally the only person watching you. That's okay. Bye. Have fun being live. Okay. Yes, Rachel. Yes, it's okay being the only person watching. A lot of times people jump on and come on here later because usually I go live at 222. So these are free videos for people each week. It's not about having lots of people on here. In fact, if I change one person's life each day, I'm happy. If I change one person's life in an entire lifetime, I've been of service, okay? So it's not about the masses. And that's another reason why I also work very intimately in a lot of my programs, all right? I don't run big, massive programs. I run a maximum of 12 people in my programs because I want to make sure I have that emotional connection with my clients. So maybe Rachel will jump back on. If not, I am sure somebody else is going to be on here. So it's all good. So we're going to keep going. So again, with all of this happening in the retrograde, I want you guys to stay strong. I'm going to give you guys some tips in here in this video. And again, we're going to get the reading from Spirit. So we have a 2-card draw happening. Again, each week I share with you guys. Wisdom of the Oracle is Colette Baron-Reid's deck. This is the deck I'm using here in 2018. So I'm still learning along with you guys. And a lot of people love to know what tea it is that I'm drinking today. And believe it or not, I've been back on food for a couple of days, and yeah, just still kind of craving some of those healthier foods. And I was just craving licorice tea today, now that I got back in and it's still cold and windy out there. And licorice always, it has an amazing flavor, but it's a detox tea as well. And it's great for, you know, stomach issues and that kind of stuff, having stomach spasms. So as I'm putting food back into my body, this is actually a great tea. So I've added a little bit of raw honey. Okay, so here we go. So what 2 cards did I draw from Colette Baron-Reid's to talk about earlier today? And I'm showing you guys the deck. So the first card that came up, get this right here, as the challenge is blessed, but it's in the upside down position. So we read the card a little bit differently. And the action step that came up is to the sea. All right. So again, I love the photos in here. So we're going to take a closer look at the images in here to get messages from Spirit as well. So when the card comes upside down like this, first off, it was like this. It'd be like, yes, you see the blessing in the situation. But if you don't, all right, Spirit is saying, have you taken the time out to honor and to surrender to these times of chaos? Because again, in life, things go up and down, and we have cycles in our business, we have cycle in our life. And again, if you follow your astrology and you follow your birth chart, then you're actually going to understand some of these cycles in your business. So for me, I'm a January baby, which means Capricorn. So winter time. And in the new year, I'm planning, I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do this year? How can I up level my business, so on and so forth? You know, what am I ready for this year? Because, you know, for some people, you know, we have that big dream, but it takes time to get there, and it takes some patience and, you know, having your marketing in place and having structure and call to action and all kinds of stuff, right? So for me, springtime is when I am itching to get out there and to share my ideas and to surrender into what is happening next. So for me, that's why I was experiencing some of these feelings of, oh, am I enough? Can I actually do this? Because again, that's what I needed to let go of during the Mercury retrograde. It doesn't serve me to have that attitude in my business. So this is what this card is representing, is that honoring that all of the cycles that are happening, and honor the fact that, you know, you've been feeling a bit of chaos right now in this retrograde, and the new moon energy is allowing you to step into what it is that you truly desire. And it's happening the same time that we are coming out of Mercury retrograde. We can't plan this stuff, all right? So very powerful card. The action step that came up is to the sea. So this is a beautiful card. So basically, look at this card, look at the images in the background. It's like trusting Spirit, trusting the flow of life. You know, the container is going to show up. You see the arrow in the front here with the, you know, with the directional guides on it. And it's just like, you know, things are just going to happen naturally. Just remember to learn how to connect and trust your intuition more. If this is something that you're struggling with, again, please contact me. As I work with people individually, I share a lot of holistic and spiritual modalities to keep you guys in the groove and, you know, to really build that spiritual muscle, because it's beyond being psychic and you know, being able to read auras and people's energy and that kind of stuff. To completely trust yourself, that takes time. And it takes a lot of practice, and you need to be surrounded by people that are going to support you and edge you on rather than judging you and weighing you down. Okay, so it's super important to be surrounded, and that's what my membership is all about. So that's what the message is, you know, it's you're going to go out there and you're going to surrender into the process and to step out of all the chaos and step into the unknown. Because if this is something that you haven't experienced yet in your business or in your life, where you feel completely confident and you know, you sense that things, and you're going to be guided by spirit, it's going to be a journey in itself, right? So it's a beautiful process, all right? I absolutely love it. So this was a great reading that came up for people. So again, please don't be discouraged by Mercury retrograde, because a lot of people get really upset and they give up on a lot of stuff and they get frustrated. And again, you need to be supported by people who completely understand what is actually happening. So after this week, and we come into next week, you're going to start seeing some shifts, and you're going to see some movement and some things starting to actually fall into place for you. But again, you had to let go of that old stuff. Okay. So that's exactly what I experienced, and I was feeling it myself. So again, had to stop worrying about it and thinking about it. And look what happened to me today. I turned around, tried to get out there for a reading that was live at a local business. Everything kind of crashed, fell apart, boom, boom. I didn't get frustrated and upset. I thought, hey, this is an opportunity for me to sit here and have a coffee with the owner, see what's going on, and share some of my ideas. And next thing you know, we're planning a workshop for May when I come back. So it was like, that was something I thought I was going to be doing in September. So here we go, right? So again, speed dial. It's like, no, universe is telling me I'm ready for this stuff, all right? Not thinking I have to be so far ahead. So I'm grateful for that experience. So again, what I'm going to tell you guys are 3 essential oils that you guys can be using in this incidents if you need to keep that self-esteem and that self-confidence within yourself is bergamot. And bergamot, if you use a high-grade essential oil, a CPTG grade essential oils, it can actually help to balance your emotions, all right, and to keep you feeling confident, feeling like you can literally bust through anything negative and to keep going. And the other essential oil I would recommend in this situation to allow it to just flow naturally so you can be on that boat and enjoy the ride is ylang ylang, because ylang ylang just kind of lets things happen naturally, and it's about flowing. And the last essential oil I would recommend in this situation is frankincense, because frankincense is awesome for any type of stress that's on the body, and it's awesome for mental stress. So again, this is an essential oil that I take every single day. And actually what I do is I take 1 drop and I open the container because I know it's a high-grade essential oil, and I actually drop it so it lands under my tongue, because frankincense, again, helps to open the higher chakras. It helps to open the crown chakra so you can begin to trust guidance from spirit, all right? It's one thing to hear it, but it's another thing to take action. And sometimes people are hearing messages over and over for years, and they never actually do it. And then they wonder why they're unhappy. They wonder why they're in jobs that they don't actually want to be in. They wind up in relationships because they don't feel like, you know, maybe they're worthy of something better. It's a powerful essential oil. It is actually the king of essential oils. So again, I encourage you guys to get a high grade quality. And if you currently don't use it and you don't know what a high quality is, please send me a private message. Okay, so those 3 essential oils are bergamot, ylang ylang, and frankincense. So there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close off today. I want to remind you guys that I have my Elixir of Life program that runs every 28 days in the spring and the fall for the 3 months of spring and the 3 months of fall. So currently we're in the first round. We're actually in week 3. So we've got another group starting on Tuesday, April the 16th that runs for 28 days. And it's geared for entrepreneurs who are having some ups and downs in their business, maybe need some clarity, some emotional clarity, and you need to be in a group of people that support you. So we start talking about 5 really powerful high-grade essential oils. We have group calls once a week on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Plus, you get all kinds of bonus content, like you get 28 health tips, you get 28 anti-inflammatory recipes, and each day is an introspective question throughout the 28 days. So this program you only buy once for $96 plus tax, and you'll be able to reuse it over and over in your life. So I've got some amazing testimonials from people. People are really understanding themselves a lot deeper. We're having a lot of fun. And again, we max it out at only 12 people so that there's an opportunity for you to connect with me intimately, and it's not this massive group of people. And we have the live calls every week. If you can't be live, you'll be able to see the recording. So again, we start on Tuesday, April 16th. There will be another group in May as well. And also, if you haven't done so yet, I'm going to ask you guys to please go to my YouTube channel under Tamron's Place and subscribe so you can see some of the videos that I've loaded up on there and some other content other than the videos each week. And so you can learn more about the spiritual and holistic practices to keep you going strong in your business so that you never, ever give up on yourself. Thanks again for listening. I will be live next Tuesday back at 222. I will be starting to travel around in Southern Ontario to promote a lot of my programs, to be out there speaking. I'm launching my speaking career on Friday, April the 27th in Dundas, Ontario. So again, if you are local to that area and you'd like to come out for a couple of hours, the tickets for the event are $48 plus HST, and I'm hosting a fundraiser for the Owl Foundation in Vineland, Ontario, which is a nonprofit organization that houses injured owls that need to stay there or need to be adopted, and some of them go back out into the wild and some of them actually stick around. So it's an opportunity for you to connect with other local entrepreneurs. You get to hang out with me. There's going to be contest prizes, and for every ticket for $48, $30 goes to the Owl Foundation, $12 goes to the vendor space, and none of that money goes to me. $5 is the banking fees, and it's an opportunity for you to get, a free 1-month membership in my Tamron's Place private group for entrepreneurs. So this is where you get emotional support Monday through Friday each week. Thanks for listening, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.